guys, welcome to our podcast. I am Rika Cikalia and I'm here with my friend Desiana. Let's say her first. Hello Desi, how's it going?
Hello, Rika. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, it's good too. In today, we will discuss in depth about the meaning of healing for young people in the context of physical and mental health. Yeah, understanding how young people interpret the concept of healing is key to helping them deal with the challenge of everyday life. Let's start by discussing mental health. Firstly, I want to ask you, do you think mental health is important?
Yeah, mental health is very important because it affects how a person thinks, feels, and behaves on a daily basis. Good mental health can improve one quality of life, social relationship, and productivity.
It's true that mental health is very important, but usually most people and even themselves are not aware of mental health, right?
Yeah, it's very true, especially in this day and age with increasingly advanced and cause a lot of mental health.
Uh, Relative experiencing difficult in dealing with their mental health.
There's definitely a lot that happens, but most people who experience mental health are kept to themselves.
Actually, is trivial for them, but the longer is left unchecked, it can be a boomerang for themselves.
It's right. Even though it's a bad start, if just ignore, plus in this day, it's maybe more afraid of the stigma of sociality. Like for example, there is so many who is heartbroken. He posts on his WhatsApp status while crying or said typing or everywhere or anywhere where he went his depression showed that instead the next day or a few hours later was spent.
Well, that's also one of the reason why people might be lazy or actually they want to express it, but are afraid that the person will not respond. Will so instead they are dismissed.
Well, usually people who want to express it are hindered by their fear, by the sanctification, or those who judge because they don't know if they are in the position of the victim.
Even though the victim is not the one who fell, is it?
That's right, especially if the worst thing is even told to others. It just creates new wounds again.
Oh, well, that's true. By the way, do you have any personal stories or experience dealing with mental health in your life or in the life or friend around you? If there is one, please tell me about it.
Well, can I tell you here?
You may.
Okay, so I used to have friend of ours. Let's call him Apple. Well, this Apple life from childhood can be said that she always had unpleasant experience because she was not as perfect like us. Well, so he was from elementary school, often bullied by his friend and even by his school teacher. Well, it should protect him, not bully her. The worst thing is that he even had a friend, but his friend betrayed her. And because of he often does go to school because of the bullying, which is getting bigger and bigger. Now, when she was in high school, he told me she even wanted to commit suicide because she was tired and on his head there were even razor scars on his arm.
Wow, scary too. From this incident, we can see that bullying can also damage our mental health. So, those who like to bully people, so think first, you don't know what you're doing can damage your mental health. So what the rest of the story does, how did you get close to him?
At the first, we were not close because we had a common hobby, namely reading comic. So we were close and he told me about himself and was more open to me. Then when she trusts and was open, I always play with her. I always give him her input on what is strange weird, and also input like not everyone like use. And also continue to tell him to confident because people who are confident usually don't bully anyone because the character of the bully is usually looking for a weak, right?
Well, this is also the most important thing. We saw nothing too much about the word to make us ignore them if they are not true. And yes, it's true what Desi said, Eleanor. We have to be confident and not look weak in front of them. But this bullying is really bad.
Yes, it's really bad and worse.
They really mean like they don't think about the feelings of the victim or the person they bully. They bully.
Yes, they don't seem to think about people's feelings. What is important is that they themselves are happy. So I was really angry, especially when she told me about it is until she cried to me. She always told me that I was not strong.
Hearing her say that, what was your response?
In the end, fortunately, she wanted to cooperate with me and same struggle. I gave him continuous attention and finally he's fine now. Thank God, confident and has dared to open up to others. Although she still has a lot of faith again because usually she likes a child mental health. There are some more that she has not been able to lose, but I cannot tell you in here.
It's really hard. Is the story. Moreover, you also play a role in helping him better than before.
Alhamdulillah, but only a little bit because my knowledge is limited. What about you? Do you have the same experience or other?
I do, but I may tell you about my own experience. I'm actually a very feeling person. If anything is my heart, then I can reveal to people about my feeling. So I keep everything to myself, and then I'm afraid that other people will judge me badly. Even though I don't know, and I isn't it happened yet, but I always think about the bad this is what makes me feel like I am useless. So I think about anything in a negative way. So I think this is mentally damaging to myself. But over times, I'll start to change for the better.
Well, the story is very unexpectable. Then who is you can know the person who really plays a role in making you better again.
The story is that I just saw on my phone about the video footage of Korean drama. There were words of quest that made me feel the feelings of him too. That's where I start to feel and understand that there are people who are just like me. Finally, I like watching Dracula because I think he can restore my mood. It's one of the that word or request are that influence on me and can me make me better too. Then one more thing, I like K-pop too. This is also what makes me think positively because the song from them can repress my feelings too.
Wow, very interesting too. it's turned out that there are so many mental health problems that many people still don't understand and don't know about.
And do you think it's important to maintain mental health, which usually can be seen physically like physical illness?
Well, it's really important whatever we handle it ourselves or help the closest people and experts.
Hmm. What do you think are the tips for maintaining mental health is the modern era? Modern
Uh,
era gitu.
in my opinion, we never know what position they are in. At least we have to understand. And if someone tell us that, for example, you can't answer it, we can just hug them because something they usually need to be heard. So for people who feel you have to tell someone, even if there is no one you can trust now, there are so many media for counseling doctors or random people who meet on application such as and Telegram, Twitter, and so on whose name are strangers who will also care. And if you really don't trust human, now I see a lot of bot and they also respond really make us calm.
Oh, yes. What application do you think can use?
If I usually use SimSim application, there is bot, then there is also an app, even like chatting with random people, get using a Pseudonym and the face is not visible, so you can chat there, but I don't use the application anymore because I'm comfortable writing on paper and then saving it when it's better I see it again, then I read again because there will be a sense and of certification like wow, I'm really great to be able to go through that.
Oh, yes, it's true. Besides, the that rating also help in increase our vocabulary too.
Right, how do you deal with yourself?
For me, back to the story I just told you, if I feel like I need encouragement, I watch Drakor because I need work to be able to rest again from problems. And then I also have a Weverse application where we can also write what we want to our idol.
Now it's really modern, so there are many platforms that can help us get back on our feet. So that's how influent is it.
But what do you think are the factors that affect mental health itself?
I think there are several factors that can affect a person's mental health, including like social environment, like the quality of interpersonal relationship, support system, and interaction with family, friends, and community can affect mental health. Two is stress. Prolonged or service stress can have negative impact on mental health. And three, genetic. Genetic factor or family history can play a role in person's susceptibility to mental disorder. For life event, traumatic event, so significant loss, violence, or other self experience can affect the person's mental health. Five, physical health, like poor physical health or chronic disorder, can also affect mental well-being. Six, life habits. The diet, physical activity levels, and sleeping habit can affect a person's mental health. Se- Seven, substance use. Substance such as alcohol, drug, or sensory medication can exacerbate mental health problems. And at the least, environmental factor. Environmental factors such as economic condition, access to mental health service, and level of stigma can also play a role in a person's mental health.
Well, there are so many factors that can affect mental health. Therefore, let's all take care of our own mental health because mental health is very important and affect everything. Finally, Desi, is there anything you want to say?
Maybe a message for me is not to forget the importance of providing support to those around us who may be experiencing mental problems. Listen with empathy, offering support, and removing stigma are important steps we can take to help those in need.
Before we end this podcast, I would also like to remind to you that mental health is an integral for part of our overall well-being. So let's keep the dialogue open, embrace the diversity of our experience, and commit to treating our mental health and choose around use with compassion and respect. Thank you also, Desi, for accompanying us on today's podcast. See you soon.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Vita. I'm 17 years old. Being like this is not my fault, but there's the first factor that influenced all of this was my family. They ignored me. We are rude and become toxic parents. Then everything attacked my mental health. Finding escape is my mind called I take drugs.
Admiring from afar. My girl, my girl, my girl. You will be my girl, my girl.
Meet me, Kansa. Sometimes I'm still confused about my sexual orientation. What's my gender pronoun? She or her, she or they or them. And until I meet her.
Smoking cigarettes on the roof. You look so pretty and I love this view. Don't bother looking down, we're not going.
Stop! What are you doing?
How dare you interfere in my problem?
Okay, I'm sorry. Don't do this. Wanna talk? You can't tell anything.
In October, that's why I love looking at the stars, admiring from afar. My girl, my girl, my girl. You will be my girl, my girl, my girl, my girl. You will be my world, my world, my world, my world.
Hannah, can I tell you something important? I want to share how I feel lately.
Yeah, sure. What happened?
You look so pretty and I love this view. Don't bother looking down, we're not going that way. At least I know I am here to stay. We fell in love in October,
ask for a solution from us. What do you want to do in the future, right?
Yes, I will ask for an answer from you first. Do you want to stop because this is so wrong?
Okay, because I also don't know the clarity about what my pronouns. I doubt it.
Me too, it's my first time to have these feels.
Personally, this is your selfish act to change another. And this is all wrong in the eyes of the states and our religion.
I have same opinion with her. Being part of LGBT is not destiny. My solution for you is to try to get closer to God and learn from yourself.
I know it will be difficult. I will try it. Thank you so much.
Yes, me too. Thank you very much for making us aware of all this and prevent us from falling further.